Aioli. I'm here with just a few minutes of practical wisdom to help you pause out of your busy life and think about ways to maximize your personal and your leadership impact. In today's episode, I want to talk about the advice women often get to fake it until they make it. I'm sure you've heard this before, and it's really about going ahead and going for something, doing it before you feel ready, and just act like you're ready, and act like you're confident, and act like you know what you're doing until you really start to feel like that. Although that is really good advice, because there are some, there is some neurological truth or scientific truth to the fact that what you're thinking will actually then become, right? I also want to pose a little bit of a reality check on taking that a little too far. So let me give you an example of what I mean by faking it until you make it becoming something that will actually be to your detriment. Several years ago, I met this woman who had quit her job and was out on the speaking circuit. And she had decided that she wanted to help women and that she wanted to be a women's leadership expert. She had no expertise in women's leadership or had not been a woman leader, had no knowledge of women's leadership, but had read a stack of self-help books and had had her own experience of feeling frustrated in her job, etc., and decided that this was going to be her mission. As she went out, she was very energetic, she was very charismatic, and really someone that people were drawn to, and also a really incredible marketer. So many women leaders came to her events and listened to what she had to say. And most of what she had to say was sharing her own story at the beginning. But over time, what happened is attendance became less and less at her events. And so what was the verdict? What was the word on the street about this woman? It had become that she lacked credibility in what it is that she was doing. I am reminded of the book by Jim Kouzes and Barry Posner called Credibility, where they talk about what are the components that make someone credible as a leader. And it's based on a lot of research that they had done over the years on credibility. So let me talk a little bit more about what these 3 C's are. The first one, the C for credibility, would be credo, right? Having a point of view, having passion, having something to say. I have something I believe in strongly and I want to share it and I want to convey it. So people are attracted and drawn to my credo or what it is that I believe or I believe it too. The second element, or the second C, is the element of competence. And competence is having the knowledge, abilities, and skills that allow you and enable you to do whatever it is that you're trying to do. It's expertise, it's training, it's education. For example, a doctor has to have a certain level of competence in being a doctor, even as much as passionate as someone is about trying to heal people, and as passionate as someone is about really believing that people should be healed. Without the requisite knowledge and skills, someone cannot go out and be a doctor. And then finally, the third component is confidence. It's being able to be self-assured, present ourselves in a way that people feel, wow, I have confidence in this person. I trust this person. So it's having that self-assurance, that self-esteem to put yourself out in the world and contribute whatever it is you're contributing. For example, if you walk into a doctor's office, they could have all the competence in the world, they could have all the degrees and skills in the world and all the passion in the world, but if they can't convince you that they feel confident about what it is they're practicing and that they're self-assured, they're not going to be credible, because you'll be wondering, well, do they really know what they're doing? So don't allow this fake it until you make it cheering to sway you from not building the competence necessary to have the credibility to do what it is you're doing. And I know women overwork the competence piece. It's like we never have enough certifications. We never have enough education. We never have enough knowledge. We're never ready. Granted, I get that. But it's not an excuse to ignore the fact that you do need competence in order to be seen as credible. Having a credo, having the requisite competence, and having the confidence all work together as we move forward and change the world. Thanks for watching. And always remember this. Every single moment, you have a choice in what you say, what you do, and how you make people feel. Pause and make those choices wisely and intentionally, because every single moment, those choices are who you become.